Hey, what's going on, gang? What's up? And welcome back. It's me, Eddie G, the one and only, here bringing it to you live once again and in full effect. And it's time for yet another episode of Eddie G's Comic Culture. Once again, I am the host, the one and only incomparable Eddie G, here and representing live with my family out in Black Apparel, BLK. Make sure you shout them out. Show some love over at that website of theirs. They got some fresh ass gear popping up. Some new shit's been happening with their stuff, man. I know the holidays are coming around, and a lot of you cats are looking for something nice to pick up. Some great items, some great clothing. The shit's just it's taking off. It's really taking off. So make sure you guys check it out at www.blackapparelblk.com. Shout outs to my brother out there in Jersey, Kevin Seawright. And yes, they are still the greatest sponsors in the world for this show. And welcome to the page, brother. So today I wanted to do an episode discussing quite a bit, not too much actually. Within the past 2 days, actually, we had some pretty decent stuff hitting the fan right about now. Let me see. First and foremost, let's talk about that Rotten Tomatoes score for Aquaman. It looks like the embargo's been lifted by the studio, and great things. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's a bit mixed. It's a bit of a mixed bag when you go through it, but it's sitting comfortably at a score of 75% right about now on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's actually about as good as I would have. I was actually aiming a little bit higher, but I'm still fine with that as well. And as long as I'm able to enjoy the film, that's what I'm most likely looking forward to. The King of the Seas is here, baby. It's finally. It's about time. He's been needing that cinematic debut for quite some time, and considering the situation with Warner Brothers and their DC films at the moment, this is actually a pretty good satisfaction. This is a great satisfaction knowing that this holiday is actually shaping up to be pretty dope, man. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse as well, also kicking off great. It's looking like it's the best reviewed Spider-Man movie of all time, honestly, even better than the live-action ones. And then, if that's the case, I mean, hey guys, you may want to take a page or two out of that, But neither here nor there. I'm loving the way that the movie's being received. It's looking really great. I'm back to Aquaman actually. Aquaman had a strong opening out in China with that 93 million debut. That's amazing. That is incredible. Bravo. Kudos. Thankfully, big ups to James Wan. Warner Brothers, keep this man on board for as long as you possibly can. As long as you possibly can. The same way you guys are keeping Patty Jenkins for Wonder Woman. But this is a phenomenal debut for him. So far, it looks like Birds of Prey seems to have found another villain. Was to play Victor Zsasz. I cannot remember the actor's name for the life of me. I'm not really up on current stuff when it comes to like these shows or whatever. So I know he's done a few things here and there, but he's an unknown, honestly. So I don't know if you guys know him, but let me see if I can find this guy somewhere. Sorry about that. So yeah, I took a brief moment to take a look over that information. It looks like the actor's name is Chris Messina or something like that, playing Victor Zsasz. Apparently he's from the Mindy Project. I haven't seen that show, honestly. I know of Mindy Kaling, and I know that the show actually was picked up on Hulu after it was canceled on Fox about a year or two back, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. But it looks like he's the new Victor Zsasz, alongside Ewan McGregor playing Black Mask as well. So it's shaping up to be pretty decent. It's looking like a pretty good cast. Essentially, it's looking like it may be a possible reboot or retcon for the character of Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. Apparently, she wasn't too crazy about the appearance of the character, I guess, in Suicide Squad. And I honestly, I don't blame her, considering how over the board they went with a lot of the things they did in that movie, especially with the Joker and especially with the incarnation of the Joker that they have there. So it's just really it was really, I'm not the least bit surprised that it's going down like that they're making some changes, honestly. Hopefully, it has a crazy long title. I'm not gonna even bother to try to remember that right now. But Birds of Prey is looking like it's and also freaking Rosie Perez is Montoya. Batman Collective. It's amazing to me right about now that we have not had a Batman movie yet, but we have all these characters eroding from Gotham City. Especially Renee Montoya has always been. She's been pretty prevalent in the in Batman books for quite some time. I remember her from the Tim Drake days in 1990, 1991, and She's been a pretty prominent character since, but it's just a little strange as to how all these characters are coming out, and yet we still haven't gotten a Batman solo feature as of yet. Hopefully, they get on the board with that and start changing it up, but who knows? But at the end of the day, it looks it's looking like we're making. It looks like Warner Brothers is trying to make some serious power moves and and careful choices with what they're taking. But the problem is, they still have to take the risks, considering they got to forge ahead with all the stuff that happened. Um, and as we all know, the planned universe didn't work out at all well, and a lot of that's being scrapped. So at this point in time, it's quite understandable as to why Warner Brothers would be taking the precautious approach, that they would be apprehensive in a sense for quite some things, but at the same time they really can't. They kind of shot themselves in the foot with it, so they kind of got to go with it anyway. But it's looking like, like I said, a shake of the dice, but hope it's turning out to be something better, thankfully, and it's looking pretty dope. I haven't been watching a lot of the stuff that's going on with the CW as far as like the Arrowverse and everything. I know there's a lot that's been going on. The Elseworlds, Batwoman's been introduced, and I still haven't caught up on that yet either. Um, but given the time travel of the Flash at this point, I'm actually starting to believe that I might not even bother getting into the Flash. Like I might not. Like I'm eventually gonna get back into it. I'm just not gonna get into it by catching up, because in all honesty, that's just ridiculous. I'll just go. I would rather myself skim through YouTube and get the summation of it all, because a lot of these episodes, they're not, it's a shake of the dice when it comes to these shows, especially. That's why I really wasn't too grand into them, because ones, you got some that are fillers and then some that are, that are actually balls out crazy great, but it is what it is. But I am intending to return back to watching The Flash and Arrow again. And I know Constantine is still back on Legends of Tomorrow, so that's also a pretty good thing, which I'm kicking myself for that. I'm definitely kicking myself in the ass for that, for not watching it. But it's looking like some pretty dope ass news. Kingdom Hearts 3 is actually on its way, and shit, what else? What I was talking about? Godzilla. Oh my god, that trailer yesterday. If you guys have not seen it, make sure you check it out right about now. That King of the Monsters trailer. The second trailer is out. It looks fucking incredible. If you guys have not bothered to take a look, take the next 3 minutes out of your time. If you have some serious headphones, I would definitely, require that you use. I think it's a requirement to use them at this hour if it's late, depending on where you are. But turn that shit up to a 10 and go, because that is looking so fire right about now. I cannot tell you right about. And then the fact that King Ghidorah, the reveal for King Ghidorah was so incredible. This was just like it brought back a lot of memories of the old films. And when I was a kid with my younger brother, my older brother, who was a Godzilla fan, who adored Godzilla, everything Godzilla, and even Gamera himself, he was big. He was big into the kaiju. He was definitely big into the kaiju scene a lot. And seeing this movie now really just tugs at the heartstrings, because I know exactly how much he would have loved to have seen this new iteration of the franchise. But King of the Monsters looks phenomenal. If I didn't know any better, I'm pretty sure there's a few more monsters besides just Rodan and King Ghidorah. I know that it looks like there's definitely something else. I don't know if it's Anguirus or something like that, or but there's another guy. There's definitely another monster in there outside of Rodan and Mothra and King Ghidorah. So it looks phenomenal. This is pretty much gonna hype everyone for Kong versus Godzilla. Once that happens, that's just setting the stage for it. It's literally, and we can't wait for it. I mean, it's about damn time anyways. That's really, the cream of the crop that we're trying to get to, is Godzilla versus Kong. And it's looking like if it looks anything like the King of the Monsters, it's gonna be intense. Especially that last shot where Millie Bobby Brown is about to, Millie Bobby Brown is looking out. It looks like she's watching a window, or looking out the window or something. God knows what. And when she just says, "Oh shit," and before that, you see Godzilla literally hot tailing it towards the screen, and Ghidorah from the other end. They're about ready. They're running towards each other like they want that smoke. They're not playing games. They have definitely got problems. So the fact that it was just, it was just an awesome trailer, absolutely amazing and balls out. I cannot wait for May to get here just for that alone in itself. And one thing I didn't touch on and it's a shame that it happened. But I will watch and give you my full review on is Daredevil season 3. It's I know where the show. I know the show's been canceled. It's only a matter of time before Jessica Jones and Punisher is on the chopping block as well. I don't know what's going on personally with Netflix and what's happening with them, their relationship with Marvel Studios. I guess maybe they figure, I guess maybe they figure because of Marvel's streaming service coming up soon that they were pretty much gonna just cut them off anyway. So they just beat them to the punch, and that's what it looks like to me. But it's really it really sucks because we have now these shows that are possibly in limbo or just completely finished for what it's worth, and now they're all done like like nothing, as if they never even existed. And it's just the abrupt cancellation really sucks, and it really is some bullshit. I know it's not. It has no. I don't think it has anything to do with ratings because I don't. That's a crock. I don't buy that at all. But the fact that it was actually canceled the way it was just real. I think it was just there's some shady shit going on behind there. You know, I don't know what it is, but like nobody's gonna know what it is. Honestly, the reality of it all until much further down the line. But the way that the cancellations just occurred for all of these shows, for Luke Cage and Iron Fist and Daredevil. I mean, I kind of saw. I mean, in all honesty, I kind of really saw Iron Fist getting that because it wasn't really. It didn't have. It didn't go off to a good start. It really didn't go. It didn't really get off to a good start, and a lot of it really just I don't know what the hell happened with that one. I don't know where they slipped up on that, but they slipped up. But I was surprised as all hell when Luke Cage got canceled. So I was like, well, fuck it. At least we have Daredevil and Punisher and Jessica Jones and me, possibly the Defenders. Now that's out of the table. Because once Daredevil is gone, and Daredevil started this whole thing, that means Jessica and Punisher are up next on the chopping block. That's more than likely their final seasons. And it really does, it's a sucky situation. But hopefully Marvel does something with this and actually picks him back up. I understand that Kevin Feige doesn't really deal with he doesn't really deal with the television department, nor does he have any interest of it either. But Disney and how Disney do. So if they're really trying to launch the streaming service, I would say save those shows and just put the warning on it that because not everything you can't make everything child friendly anyways. So it's just reality is there's so many characters in the comic book universe that are literally not meant for that really aren't intended for children's reading or viewing in the first place. So I don't see what's the big deal as to why not. But I don't like to pay attention towards size because people like to say, "Oh, Disney, Marvel's owned by Disney now, so they're gonna make everything all babies and shit like that." That's trolling. That's that that's that flame war shit. And I'm not gonna troll that for that. Regardless of the fact, both companies have a response. Both companies have family friendly materials as well, and there's always a fine line that they can always walk and respect. But either way. Terrible news about the cancellation of Daredevil, but yeah, man, that sucks. Hopefully, they do something with that in the future. So, with that being said, I'm gonna keep this one a little short and sweet, and I'm gonna be closing out this episode for the night. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in, checking up with me, and like I said, if you have any questions or comments, or if you want to discuss exactly what I'm saying, or any opinion, any differing opinions, or you just want to talk, hit the comment section. You know what's up. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if if this is your first time around. Welcome. And I'll be seeing you guys shortly. So make sure you have a good one. Have a safe week, and don't go crazy out there with that Christmas shopping, man. A lot of people are going nuts in these stores nowadays. Don't be one of those. Don't be the statistic. But in all, peace and love. Enjoy yourselves. Take care. Good night.